The little shell's sandy adventure on a sunny beach where waves crashed gently and seagulls soared, there lived a tiny shell named Shelly. Shelly was small, with a pearly white swirl and a pink speck that sparkled in the sunlight, and she loved nestling in the warm sand, listening to the ocean's hum and watching crabs scuttle by. But Shelly had a big dream. She wanted to roll across the beach to find new friends and share her shine. One bright morning, a playful wave named Swish splashed by and said, "Hello, Shelly. Why do you gleam so happily today?" Shelly wiggled and replied, "I want to explore the beach and make friends." Swish bubbled and said, "I'll carry you. Let's go." Shelly's speck shone as Swish rolled her to a rocky tide pool where a little hermit crab named Claws was peeking from a shell, and Claws clicked, "Hi, Shell. Why are you here?" Shelly spun, "I'm rolling to find friends. Want to come?" Claws hit a claw, saying, "I'm shy and stay in my pool," but Shelly twinkled, "Scuttle by me. You're safe," and Claws sidestepped beside her. Swish pushed them to a sparkly cove where a tiny starfish named Spark clung to a rock, and Spark said, "Hello, Shelly. What's that shiny shell?" Shelly mocked, "It's me. I'm finding friends. Join us." Spark wiggled an arm, saying, "I'm slow and stick to rocks," but Shelly smiled, "Ride on my swirl. I'll guide you," and Spark slid aboard. Next, Swish splashed them to a sandy dune where a small fish named Finny swam in a shallow puddle, and Finny said, "Hi, Shelly. Why are you rolling?" Shelly wobbled, "I'm on a quest for friends. Come with us." Finny flicked her tail, saying, "I'm scared to leave my puddle," but Shelly nodded, "Swim near me. You're perfect," and Finny glided along. Swish carried them to a quiet shore where a baby seagull named Flappy hopped on the sand, and Flappy squawked, "Hello, Shelly. What's that pearly thing?" Shelly spun, "It's me. I'm making friends. Want to hop?" Flappy fluffed her feathers, saying, "I'm nervous about new waves," but Shelly winked, "Hop in my path. We're a team," and Flappy bounced beside Shelly, Claws, Spark, and Finny. Shelly felt braver and said, "I want to shine for everyone." Swish whispered, "Roll to the big beach." Shelly tumbled to a wide shore where children were building sandcastles, and a girl named Ava pointed, shouting, "Look, a shell with friends." The children asked, "Who's sparkling?" And Shelly rolled, "I'm Shelly. I'm shining for friends. Want to see?" The children nodded, asking, "Can we play with you?" Shelly twinkled, "Yes. Hold me gently." Ava picked up Shelly, giggling as Claws scuttled, Spark waved, Finny swam, and Flappy hopped, and Ava said, "You're so brave, Shelly." Shelly's swirl glowed as the sky turned orange with sunset, and Swish said, "Shelly, it's time to rest." Shelly looked at the tide pool, cove, dune, shore, and beach, saying, "I rolled so far and made so many friends." Swish hugged her with a soft splash, saying, "You're a tiny star." Shelly turned to her friends, asking, "Will you visit my shine?" And Claws, Spark, Finny, and Flappy nodded, cheering, "Yes." Ava waved, saying, "We'll find you, Shelly." Swish guided Shelly back to her sandy spot, and her friends followed to say goodbye. Shelly nestled in the warm sand, feeling proud, saying, "I sparkled the beach." Claws clicked, "You made us brave?" Spark waved, "And happy." Finny bubbled, "And splashy." Flappy squawked, "And safe." Shelly's heart felt full as she said, "You're all my shine." That night, Shelly rested, dreaming of waves, and the next day, Claws, Spark, Finny, Flappy, and the children visited, playing in the sand. The beach sparkled with laughter, and Shelly's pearly swirl shone, knowing her sandy adventure had made everyone smile.